Hi everybody, welcome to No Story Sacred. If you've never listened before, basically we're four siblings who grew up talking about the art of storytelling. Now that we're adults, we're still talking about it and we're inviting you to join the conversation. I'm Alex, and I'm a fount of wisdom.
I'm Kat, and I'm using a resource I've never used before.
I'm Brendan, and I'm just a lovable goofball.
I'm Pippin, and I'm just here to have a good time, y'all. And if someone comes out and attacks me during this, I'll be very disappointed.
So,
Note to self.
So we should not have our knives out.
Haha.
Knives Out is a great movie. Can't even
It
find it
is.
for that one. It's on Prime right now. Anyway.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Note to self.
Today, we're returning to one of our favorite games we like to call Wheel of Tropes.
Wheel of Tropes.
Tropes.
Everybody!
K-pop stands suddenly arrive.
That's not K-pop, but okay.
It is
Listen,
not.
I'm just saying, if I invoke them, they will come.
We'll be...
I think they're busy fighting the good fight elsewhere.
K-pop stands for against fascism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
We'll be selecting tropes at random to construct a group story live on air. If you want specific content warnings, check out the show notes on nostorysacred.com. Because who knows where our shenanigans will take us today.
To the moon and back. Which is a great song.
Take you to the moon and back
If you'll be my baby.
Nope, fair use. Burp, 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 burp.
We already did Wheel of Tropes. To explain the rules, each of us use a variety of randomizer on some resources that we have found. Brennan and Pip elect to use TV Tropes. I use a dice roller and a rough guide to Fantasyland. And Kat, what are you using?
I'm using the seminal Judy Blume classic, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
What the fuck?
So, content warnings for a coming-of-age story?
For puberty flashbacks?
Listen, this is a very important story
Indeed.
that I have never read.
You've never read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret?
I have not.
And you're using it for your thing?
I absolutely am.
How are you randomizing?
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the book at random, and then whatever the first line on the page is.
Alright, when
Now
this
that-
blows up in your face, I want you to own it.
I've owned so many things.
Yeah.
Why would this stop me?
Due to the random nature, the person that presses a button gets slotted into with the following things to define: setting, protagonist, allies, antagonists, call to action, complications, climax, and resolution. Fair warning, not all of these fit.
Well, there's going to be some wiggling around by the end.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Oh,
wiggle. Yeah.
Is this going to be like the pop music edition of our show?
Someday I'm going to make a Spotify playlist of all the shit all the songs we reference. It's going to be a weird-ass mix.
You realize you've said it. It has to happen now.
So, now I have to go, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. You're welcome.
There we go.
I mean, I can't stop this feeling, so...
And I mean, there's already also going to be like an hour of John Mulaney in there as well, so...
I mean, is that wrong?
How can it be wrong when it feels so right?
Alright.
Random Hamilton references, all the musicals you seem to want to drop instantly.
Listen, I have one thing. I've fooled other people into thinking I have other things, but I do not.
Do we know who's going first? Did we determine?
I am.
Oh.
I'm going first.
Whoa, Pippin's just out there.
Okay then.
Because, you know what? Dibs. Can't fight dibs, y'all.
We learned that the hard way over many years.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'll call secondsies.
Thirds.
No.
Whoa.
Oh.
Veto.
That goes against the rules of dibs.
I touch blue to make it true.
That wasn't even one of our rules.
I learned many things in my travels.
He's reported from other families. the wars of their children. Oh, man.
Right. So let's get this boat on the road.
Alright. So I hit random trope over on TV Tropes, And I got something I have never heard of
Nice.
called fancruft.
Called what?
Fancruft. A derogatory term which originated in the other wiki, meaning Wikipedia. To quote the article over there, calling something fancruft is implying that it, quote, it is of importance only to a small population of enthusiastic fans of the subject in question, end quote.
Could you take like 2 seconds to quickly read through their definition and then come back to us with what in the world that's supposed to mean?
While you do that, we're going to theorize what it means. So I'm thinking it's like, you know, it's more like on the lines of, 4 balls on the edge of a cliff.
What?
Oh, you've never heard of the Zyborn clock?
What?
Uh,
I was thinking it's just a lower decks thing.
Cat.
What?
Cat.
What?
Time works like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Zyborn clock is a thing that, was a game concept.
I think
brewed up on something awful.
I think-
question mark.
I think they were trying to make a novel.
That was originally a game
All right.
because it was supposed to be a Chrono Trigger ripoff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys could just subtly throw in whatever the thing is so that I know what to write in the show notes, that'd be great.
We did.
The Zyborn
I
clock.
still missed it. It was too subtle. Too subtle.
Yeah, the Zyborn plot, the 4 balls on the edge of the cliff. If you Google it, you should be able to... Well, if you write it down so that I can Google it...
So that you can Google it. That's the important thing.
Yeah. Okay, so, fancruft is basically all the examples in TV tropes, which would get thrown out of Wikipedia for being, like, too detailed, and unimportant to the point. So when you get super excited about something, and you go into extensive detail because clearly everybody wants to know...
Oh, yep.
And actually, possibly not everyone does. Cat.
Wow.
No, wait. There's too much. Let me sum up.
Yeah.
Literally, just because I said that twice in the Jupiter Ascending episode does not mean you can throw that in my face.
Yes, it does.
I said it twice in a row, too. My summary was still too much.
But yeah, all those extra details is fancruft.
All right. I like.
Okay, so
I like
so what
it.
are you doing with it?
I like it.
That's such a good question. What am I doing with this?
What am I doing with my life?
Oh, let's not go that far.
Question Pippin really does need to ask herself on the regular.
Shut up. I feel like this needs to go somewhere, like, I'm not sure if it's the complication or the resolution. Whether someone getting all fancrufty about something causes an issue or fixes the issue.
I like fixing.
I also like
because
fixing.
passion is a good thing.
Yeah, we should reward passion.
So you don't want to do setting?
Nah.
Darn it. I freely admit that's where I would put it. Because then I could talk about accounting some more!
Here's the thing. It's my trope. I randomized it. I get to pick.
I know.
And also, this is not an excuse for you to fancruft about accounting.
Or is it?
It is not.
Listen, you put it in the resolution. You're basically asking for this to happen.
Fuck off.
Alright, so it's in the resolution. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so somehow, attention to detail that nobody else cares about is going to save the day.
Which I like. I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
That does sound
kind of figure this out. All right. Who's next?
Who called dibs? Alex, I think you called dibs.
Yeah, I called secondsies.
It makes sense. Where I go, Alex follows.
Thank you.
It's called being a twin.
Wow.
I guess it does.
That sounded so very agreeing to that. Definitely. Alright, Al, what are you doing?
Okay. Don't want to use magic users, but
I do.
yeah, it was the first.
No, why not?
First thing my eyes landed on.
Why not?
I mean, listen, sometimes with the randomizer, you get the obvious thing as well as the weird thing you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
You just gotta roll with them punches.
Yeah. Okay, I got a magic user. There's in Rough Guide to Fantasyland, anyone capable of using magic. So that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Shocking.
So anyone from apprentices, novices, to wizards to dark lords.
Okay.
So, and you know where I'm actually going to put?
Where?
I'm going to make the magic users our antagonists.
antagonist.
Fair enough.
Yep. Because, there's been a lot of stories so far with, and now I learned some magic. It can now save the world.
Ooh.
So let's get some good old-fashioned evil wizards here.
Yay.
Nice. I'm gonna go. Oh. Alright. Pip and I already regret my choices.
Listen, I told you would.
It's true. Okay. So I get page 48. And I lied. I'm not going to do the first line, because the first line is kind of trash. However, what I can do is I can give you a brief rundown of what's going on this page. It's a schoolroom. We have, and apparently, there are birds in here that are being hidden about the room, because the teacher, looks like Mr. Benedict, the teacher, is looking around for, apparently, some birds that have been hidden within the classroom because they keep going peep.
Peep, peep.
So Kat, that gives you something, that gives you a lot to work with.
It kind of does. Additionally, also, this is in first person, which is fascinating. I would say let's go setting.
Okay.
Because you know what we haven't done before, you guys? We haven't really done YA. Or, in this case, middle grade. But I'm willing to be more for the younger set.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have a school
blatant my best friend me erasure, but fine.
Yeah, I would point out that I actually think that's new adult. What?
All right,
I've written down schoolroom with birds.
Sounds good. Okay, go.
Oh, it's me, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. This actually is going to be appropriate because the TV trope that I had come up with, and I had this held on for a little while now, academic alpha bitch.
Whoa.
Similar to the class representative and her concern for anything school related, and like the alpha bitch and how ambitious she is, this character is aggressive in her academic superiority. Basically in charge.
I mean, just call me out next time, but...
but is no shy bookworm either.
I mean, just call Kat out next time.
On top of their game.
So,
okay.
Where are you going to put her?
I think this is like prime allies material.
I was thinking the same.
Ooh, really?
I was thinking a protagonist, but you do you.
Same, but you're in charge.
If I can follow Brendan's thinking, I feel like protagonist is almost too obvious. Whereas you want a bitch in your corner.
Yeah, exactly. Get shit done.
She knows where the birds are hidden.
Yeah.
If not, she has resources on ornithoptery or whatever the study of birds is.
I don't think it's ornithoptery.
I don't know.
I think it's ornithology.
Ornithology, whatever. All right, so
what was it called again?
Academic alpha bitch, rather.
Important distinction.
All right.
Oh, it's back to me.
Yep.
Back to you.
I got mistaken declaration of love.
Ooh.
Well, that's a well, what you gonna put?
I mean, it's a classic complication.
You're right.
Classic.
You're right. So who accidentally confessed? The birds or the alpha bitch?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, remember, these are just the things that we're using to create the fabric of the story. These are what are those lines on looms?
Threads.
Sure, the main ones, and then you weave around them.
The leads?
Leading lines? I don't know.
I'm going to cut this metaphor off right now because none of us know enough to make it.
About weaving.
Threads, lines,
To our weaver listeners, tell us.
Email us at...
I think we can play around with mistaken declaration of love a bit more when we actually have a clearer cast of characters.
You're right.
Go for it.
Right, okay. So I saw two things at the same time. So it's either prison or prophecy. And...
we have magic users.
But
we have a school.
So yeah, you got a lot of options here.
Yeah.
I feel like a magic user with a false prophecy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the prophecy could be the call to action?
Yeah. So call to action, prophecy, parentheses, false.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Alright, mine?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. Well, this is a very busy page. This is actually the top of chapter 19 on mine.
Ooh.
Let's see. Our main character's in a bad mood. She has to work on a group project.
Oh.
Yeah. And apparently the group project is about Belgium, which she did not want.
The main takeaway is Belgium, everybody. Remember that.
And apparently, a boy she likes is not holding up his side of the group project. I agree, group projects are the worst. And, a girl that she's having trouble with is a good worker, and she doesn't know how to tell her.
So, Kat, I think we know what this is. The protagonist is the exhausted group lead.
Nice.
Your options are protagonist or climax at this point.
That does narrow it down. I mean...
Well, the climax could be the group project.
I could see a magical, yeah.
What, say again?
Magical group project.
Yeah, we never talk about group projects in magic schools, do we?
No.
Nope. It's always individual study.
It's always individual study. It's always, it's also the one true protagonist.
You're right.
It's always very annoying.
And...
I have to go it alone.
And, the one that we all know about is a C to B student at best.
You know what? And the alpha, academic would fit in quite nicely as part of the, of the group who is desperately trying to take over this group project. But no, you guys, this group project requires all of us working together.
So, here's the thing. Is the group the protagonist or the group project the climax?
Oh, you know what?
I like a climax.
I was about to say I like protagonist. Here, the only problem with making it the protagonist is that it gets a little too close to my thinking to Tamora Pierce's Circle of Magic books.
I do love the Circle of Magic books. I should reread those.
That is in a magic school, and it's literally a group of kids who work together and meld their own magics together to do group projects. Basically, they have their own individual things, and it's great. But I would want... Well, the antagonist is the magic user, right?
Yeah.
Is anybody else a magic user?
We haven't said.
We don't know yet.
Okay. You know what? Okay. Let's put this into group project creates the climax.
Okay.
It occurred to me it'd be pretty cool if the project that they get assigned is one that was supposed to help the magic user. Like, what if all these groups, because it's multiple groups, are all doing bits and pieces to do this big magic working that the bad guy's doing, and but our group gets so tuned into the minutia of their topic that they end up doing a really great project about this really specific thing that does not, in fact, help the magic user complete his spell.
See, I was thinking fandom wanking about the ritual itself, the one person goes wait a second, guys, we were just as part of our group project had to look up ancient Babylonian burial rites. Well, it turns out this one chant, if done this way, is actually tied to demon summoning. Weird, right? Wait a second.
What if the magic users are adults?
That's what I thought that the magic users were adults and that the kids were not yet magic users and or did not know magic exists.
Specifically teachers.
Let's find out who our protagonists are, Brenton.
Well,
lot resting on you.
Usually we get protagonists right at the start because we're like, get that one. We're stuck with setting by the end.
I don't know if this is too on the nose, but the TV trope I ended up falling on here was the Fool. Literally, the Fool Arcana.
Oh,
nice. Man, good thing Kat wasn't using her tarot deck for this one, huh?
Next time.
Let's see. I mean, does anybody have a better explanation of the Fool Tarot? In storytelling, it can be the character that has no idea what they're doing, but kind of kicks things off on the adventure just by blind luck or stuff like that.
I mean, what does TV Tropes have to say for itself?
Not the kind of fool that Mr. T pities. The fool has no idea what they're doing and has a dim idea at best of who his enemies are or whether they're in danger, and has only their cheerful disposition to protect them.
Okay, so it sounds like they're going a little bit
literal.
Okay. It's like Shaggy on Scooby-Doo.
And yeah, and also kind of talked about like them being like an audience surrogate.
But also a tension release for the audience.
True.
I feel like the Fool is naive and trusting, as one would be at the beginning of something.
Steven Universe.
Yes.
So,
And that's not necessarily going to end poorly for them, though it has a strong potential to.
So, really a nice foil to the academic alphabet.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
True.
Oh, but this is not the kind of fool that is the secret truth teller. So this isn't like the fool from, Twelfth Night or
King Lear
or Cabin in the Woods.
Now, this is just kind of force for change by just happy-go-lucky random stumblings, potentially.
The person who takes the first step because they're not looking at all the potential bad things or anything. They're like, no, I want to go forward.
Guys.
What?
What if they get put in charge of, like, they get assigned the leadership role in the group?
God, because of bullshit things like, okay, here's your group and this person's in, I'm not even part of this group and I'm annoyed.
Right? And so's that alpha. Oh my god. And she's like, no, wait, I have to be in charge. And the fool's like, but I am though. But not in a, like, trying to take it kind of way. Everybody else in the group is also totally slacking. And so they're like, yeah, no, we'll just do whatever they say. Oh my god. No, I just want them to be put in charge of the group project.
I'm really fine with that.
I dig it. And it's like, they're not slackers. They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna totally ace this project, you guys. It'll be great.
Pizza party at my place.
What?
Yes. Oh, that's the thing. Like, kicking off the project, they're much more inclined to just be like, oh, sweet, a new opportunity to make friends.
Yay, friendship.
Who wants pizza?
Friendship. And meanwhile, like, oh my god, it could be like coming of age stuff. And then, like, while they're having, like, their pizza party, and meanwhile, like, they're also working on the project, but as they're working on the project, you're like, wait, something's not quite what we thought. And that's where Alex, I think it was Alex, had the idea with the, Babylonian demon bowls.
Oh, that was Bren.
Was that Brendan?
Demon rituals, yeah.
One of the brothers. I can tell you apart, definitely. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? And you can't tell apart her deep voices.
I'm in a different room, and that's my explanation.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that they get given this side project, but because they're all like, instead of what the academic alpha wants them to do, which is like bear down and just look at this one thing, they're like flipping through books and just randomly looking stuff up on the internet or whatever. Because I'm imagining this is like modern and this universe. I don't know why. And
of course, the evil wizard group or whatever antagonists, they'd never factor in the internet in the modern day because they still don't understand it.
Yes.
No. Oh my god.
They were removing like parts of books to keep the students from like finding all the dark stuff. But the students were like, let's go to Wikipedia and see what this says. And wait a second.
Oh my god.
There's something.
The books from the school library are kind of old. Like some of the pages are missing. So
I went to my local library and got a new copy through interlibrary loan.
Oh, but you know what? Also, this is a very fun dynamic to have. Is that you have in children's minds and in YA and whatnot, you sort of assume that the grown-ups know what they're doing.
We as grown-ups know better.
They know what they're doing, and or they are neutral, or they're there to help you or something. And then, I mean, unless they're specifically like, going against that. But if you start out the book where they're just the grown-ups who have given you a task, and you set up like, oh no, what if the academic alpha, you're like sitting there being like, oh, she must be the antagonist. So it's that kind of book, right? So, she's trying to get everybody to not chill out. She's trying to stay with the topic. They get into arguments and stuff like that. And then you can do a twist in the last third where actually It was the teachers all along. Down with grown-ups.
Does the academic alpha get into trouble? And, like, the group has to go rescue them?
Yes. Oh my god, what if she goes to Tattle?
Ooh.
Remember, in all of this, we need the false prophecy and the mistaken declaration of love.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Well, that's what the evil wizards are trying to accomplish. They're trying to realize the prophecy and get all the power that was promised to them from the prophecy.
All the kids are gonna die. All the groups, once they complete their portion of the ritual, they all get sucked up into, can we go, like, really classic and make, the antagonist, like, old and they're going for youth?
Ooh.
If it ain't broke, why fix it?
And
Yeah, and that's why he needs the children to do the group project.
Yes!
oh, yeah, they have to do the rituals to
Say, what if this is, like, some, like, highly selective, like, I wouldn't say private school, but really good, quote-unquote, school, and all the adults are evil wizard types.
Goodness.
School and wait. You know whose birds were?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they have to have... Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
No, the birds aren't evil. The birds aren't evil. They're trying to warn...
No, they're the kids!
They're the kids, yeah. But the kids trying to warn... they're trying to warn them. The birds are trying to warn them.
And that's why the adults are really trying to get rid of them.
Yep.
Oh my god, guys. What if the birds used to be the previous class?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where I thought Alex was going with it.
Yes.
Tell me, is the protagonist also a bird watcher? Kind of bird brained?
That is the Fancroft!
Oh! Because, like, the entire time, like, the protagonist always kind of finds, like, some random bird fact that's relevant to the situation.
Oh,
and then
my god.
At the climax, during the presentation of the group project, they're like, wait a minute, what? It's like that, was it that Zach Galifianakis meme where, like, all the equations are floating from their face or something?
Yeah.
And it's like, the kids are people! Or, the kids are birds!
Well, what would be great is if, like, let's say this is a really, a school of really upper crust, whatever. And maybe there are generations of kids who've gone through it, and then just once the teachers get old enough, or the parents, then that year's the sacrifice year.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Oh wait, are all the people in the protagonist group, are they all like transfer students? And that's kind of how they initially, quote unquote, bond a little bit?
Guys, new money.
And maybe...
Ooh.
New money.
Silicon Valley kids? And a lot of the other families, like the teachers, principal, like maybe have like a throwaway line like, oh yeah, they're from old gold prospectors, old money.
Old
money.
Old money versus new money. What? And I mean, we could talk about like, well, why doesn't anybody report this? But why would we? Oh, because power corrupts. So once people are like, we can have more kids.
Oh yeah.
And it's true, you could. Takes a while to get old, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just have like the next bunch and you just end up naming them saying, oh yeah, this is little Octavius.
Oh, wait a sec. So one thing that they're playing up before the ritual is that there's going to be a school field trip after the presentations.
The cake isn't lie.
Oh my god. Where are they going on the field trip, Brendan?
Well, they're going to Disney World. Or they're going to
Bermuda Triangle.
they're going to the Bermuda Triangle. It's going to be great. It's like a really fancy trip. Like, and the prior years, they always talk about it. It's a lot of fun, but that's the way they cover it. Like, mysterious. Like, maybe you could have like a throwaway line, like maybe what would be a good age gap for evil teachers regaining their youth?
69. What?
Yeah.
50, 60 years ago, like there was like a mysterious, I don't know, boat accident, plane accident, something like that.
Boating accident,
yes. Oh, maybe the school has like an island offshore that like, I don't know.
Wait, guys. What if this wasn't like a private school? What if this was like, a company? Can we make capitalism the bad guy again? What if this was like a company type thing? So like the workers, you can send your kid. One of the perks of working at this Silicon Valley thing, new money, is that you get to send your kids to like this Uber school for Richie Riches that really, you know, for most generations sets them up to go to
Harvard
and go
Ivies.
So you're saying this is a charter school?
And then, of course, sometimes, though, they go right back to working for the company. Like, and that's why they do it. And you know what? So just every time you're missing some students, that's where they are. They didn't go to college. They're just working for the company now. Making great money. Where do they live? Don't worry about it. Can we visit them? Don't worry about it.
It's fine, don't worry.
It's fine. But I worry that I'm getting a little complicated. I worry that I myself am the friend. Oh, I'm doing accounting again, guys.
We don't have to go into quite the logistics of how this world works, by the way. We don't... That seems like, I don't know, cinema sinsy, where it's like, oh, but how would this work? It's like, nah, these are just evil teachers.
Fuck you.
Shrug.
Part of my reason for doing it, honestly, is because that's how I develop my plot. If I can figure out how something works, then I can figure out the ways to break it.
Or, don't know what it is, but I know I'm going to break it.
Or, like, this is the way that this is created. Well, what are the weak spots? What are the parts that... I'm working on a short story right now where that's literally, I wanted to have somebody doing water magic. Well, I'm like, well, okay. What's required with that? Why would it matter? What kind of, you know, it's just building out. So that's why I do it. That being said, that's not the only way you have to do anything. And we could just have evil teachers.
I have a very important question, though. Where does the mistaken declaration of love come in?
I was just about to ask. I think we could kind of slot that in with the academic alpha getting in trouble.
Guys, what if the alpha, the academic alpha, temporarily goes on the teacher's side, not realizing the horror that is about to befall everyone? And to snap her out of it, the fool does a declaration of love.
Aww.
In the climax.
Aww. And
Or,
Or.
because this is meant to, I put it in the complication part.
Oh, good call. Oh, yep. Sorry, my bad. Is that what drives her away?
Yes. Because the protagonist and the academic alpha were sort of, you know, having a thing, having a moment.
Some flirty flirt.
Yes, a little bit flirty flirt. But then they see the protagonist seem to declare to love someone else.
Ooh. And, you know, he's a fool. So actually what he's been like, I'm saying he automatically because I keep having Shaggy in my head. Really, he was declaring love to this burrito he just got.
Aww.
Not really.
Or
a bird or
something.
Oh, his pet bird that you see off camera.
Oh my god, wait. What if he's been, because again, he's like really into birds. What if he's been talking to a bird? It's a girl bird. He's been talking to the girl bird. Girl bird turns out to be, oh my god, what if like the girl bird is a girl from a previous generation? I don't know if it's going to be his sister. I don't know where I am on that one.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wait, so the fool has like a hidden traumatic past and they're really, playing up the happy-go-lucky, make friends with everybody thing to mask prior trauma.
And then if he says, I love you, Stacy, because it turns out that it's his sister. And he's like, he's projecting a little bit, but then it turns out it actually is her.
Oh, because she showed up the same day his sister went missing.
Yes. And she's leading the bird rebellion.
Of course, the one trick is that, like, that kind of throws the 50-year gap out the window, unless, like, maybe it's, like, two different sets of teachers or something happens every year.
I mean...
But that might be... Or maybe a failed ritual happened. I don't know.
Wait, what if... I mean, because you gotta think about it. You gotta stagger stuff, right?
Yeah.
Looks
That's
suspicious.
true.
Well, what if it's just one group every year?
Ooh.
And that's... And, you know, it's... this is not a really big group project, right?
Yeah.
It's just like... so nobody sees the pattern. And also, nobody's looking. Because they're all in on it. But the kids find out.
Yeah. Anybody who would look in on it is bribed to hell and back.
Or, absolute power crooks, absolutely. They're like, you know what, you get in on this. And that's what the kids' parents have done.
Da, da, da.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, wait, did our fool's parents go in for the 2-for-1 special?
Well, one parent got younger.
I feel like having two kids in the same family is one of the mistakes that leads to the downfall.
Ooh.
That makes sense. Ooh. What if that wasn't supposed to be the group that gets sucked in?
Picked?
Yeah. What if it's one of the other groups and they find out because they're doing all this extra research? Then that allows for some, I wish I was in that group. They're doing they're doing such a great job, and I think they're getting extra help from the teachers.
Oh.
I want to get extra help too, says the academic alpha. I'm going to ask if I can switch.
Because of academia, not because of any feelings I have.
Feelings. Oh my gosh. And then they won't let her. And it's because her family has already sacrificed. Oh my God. What if they realize that they've all lost somebody?
I feel like that's too many coincidences and breaks it.
I hear you.
I like having the fool have that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think the academic alpha, she's just wanting to do the best group project. And why is that one group getting preferential treatment? That's not right.
Fair.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're actually slated to, they're doing so well that they're actually getting jobs right out of high school.
Oh, wow.
Good for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be working right there. It's got crazy good money and benefits. Crazy good benefits.
I miss my sister.
She hasn't called me once and she got that job.
I know that my parents say she's really busy now. Meanwhile, there's this bird flapping angrily at the window.
Call
flap,
motherfucker.
flap, 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 flap.
I was thinking of that one gif from the Eric and Andre show. Let me in!
I'm thinking of the Untitled Goose Game.
Oh my God, yes.
Can we have, as part of the climax, this is a group project, just having like a swarm of birds be involved?
I mean, they are part of the group.
Yeah.
They're absolutely part of the group.
Caw MFers.
So at the climax, do you think that the spell gets undone and all the birds get turned back into the humans, and all the adults who are partaking in the ritual, all the years that they've been stealing, leave them, and suddenly they all turn to dust, and then the kid's like, did we just murder all of them? No, I don't think that's murder.
Did you guys see Indiana Jones 3? It's an old movie now.
Weirdly, I don't want the teachers to die because I want them to face punishment.
I want them to become instantly old. Like creaky old.
But still punishment.
But that is the punishment because they've been doing that.
For so long.
They've been doing everything to escape aging. Maybe it doesn't have to be creaky old. Maybe it just has, maybe they've been really gross about it and just, anytime they get a wrinkle, they just, zap back to 25. Rude. And now they're like, oh no, we look like 60-year-olds. We only have, 20, 30 years on the outside. No!
Well, I imagine that there's actually a lot of staggered aging because new people have been coming in as they bring parents into the corruption.
Absolutely.
So some people get to face.
But definitely the company has to collapse. We can totally destroy the company.
Oh yeah.
What was the company even selling? I think it was just selling the youth stuff. Weird.
Yeah, why not? Actually, what if the majority of the kids goo, life goo,
God,
youth goo, is going into the company to perpetuate it, and then the remainder is going to the adults who have allowed it. So that's why they want to keep the company going.
So
that a little complicated?
So what's the youth stealing pyramid scheme?
Yes. And at the top, of course, is a random demon.
Named Abraxas.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh my God, yes! Wow. Listen, just because Jupiter Ascending did it does not erase that it was a Greek god first. So there. But yeah, the demon or god or whatever in the middle of I'm imagining a gigantic triangle. I don't know why. A pyramid. There's a giant pyramid with a crystal in it. I've been watching too much Steven Universe. And it, glows sickly, because that's always a good thing. And, you sacrifice to it with the children's youth, and in return it turns them into birds. So it's not like you're killing them. You're just turning them into birds. They're happier as birds, really.
That's how the adults justify it as not being totally monsters.
Yep.
I mean, they're happier this way.
They're absolutely happier this way. And, really, they don't have to work. There's tons of food. There's a whole celebration in the town. Like, the town is very bird-friendly.
Oh, they have like a festival of birds that happens around the same time.
Yes. They have, oh my god, the founder of the company, there's like a statue of him in the middle of the town with like he's holding out his hands and like birds are lighting on his hands. So it looks very
How close?
Yeah.
How close is Capistrano to Silicon Valley?
Oh, pretty close. I feel like that's true. That's truthy.
Yeah. No need to look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
No. You follow that truth that's in your heart.
Hot. Oh, wait. Capistrano Beach is in Orange County, California.
Oh, so, yeah.
LA.
San Juan Capistrano, which is where the swallows go, is
South of LA.
One would assume.
It's near Huntington Beach, like kind of southeast of Costa Mesa and Irvine.
Literally none of these places is telling. It's still no. San Juan Capistrano is in California.
Yeah.
So
no, it's southeast of Central LA.
Definitely Silicon Valley. Capitalism.
Also, we should clearly tear down that statue.
Oh yeah, at the end we tear down the statue. But like, you could definitely have a moment where they're all like standing there. What if it's like their meeting spot?
Yeah, and the dramatic zoom up as they realize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wait a moment. Hey guys, have you ever noticed that the statue of the founder kind of looks a lot like the principal? Oh. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's his great-great-grandson.
Yeah, but like, no, it's not like he kind of looks like him. He looks exactly like him.
Yeah, but statues, right? Who's the artist?
Maybe it was based on him. How long since you been here? I don't know.
Since been here about 100 years.
It was found by gold prospectors back in the 1800s. Oh, who cares?
Fancraft.
Yes.
Like,
maybe that's how, like, so like, we have the protagonist fancrafting all the time about birds, because maybe that can be like a little bit of a joke, like, they're just bird-brained, ha 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 ha. But, like, one thing that the academic alpha can, like, suddenly, like, go into total fan mode is, like, weird, like, I wouldn't say architectural history, but stuff like that, just go on and on about, like, history, because it's stuff that you read easily in books. So, of course. Yeah, she knows.
And then
she knows.
The intersection between her interest and the protagonist's interests creates an X that marks the spot of terrible.
Oh, yes.
Can we have that be a line? X that marks the spot of terrible. Probably said by the protagonist.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we've got a story here, guys.
I think we do.
Yeah.
And I'm
Weird.
kind of in love with it. Guys, I want to write it.
So,
we'll see.
Of course.
Yep, standard.
You make a lot of promises.
No, but this one I really mean.
Maverick, you're writing checks that your ego can't catch. Can't cash.
Yes, please call me Maverick from now on.
No, you don't get that.
You earned that.
Oh, I want it.
Bren, also, it's Maverick.
Uh-huh.
You're writing books that your body can't catch.
That your ego can't cash, yeah. That's worse.
That makes it even worse. That makes it so much worse, because it's like that thing where you're writing and you're like, food? I don't need food. What? It's 2 a.m. Too late to eat, not too late to write.
Wow.
One more page.
I can stop anytime.
I'm on a roll. If I stop now, I might not ever write again. That's clearly something that will happen.
I'm like close to 5,000 words tonight, guys. I mean, seriously.
I mean, you gotta keep going. You gotta hit that 5,000. Do you want something to eat? No, that'll just interrupt your flow. Let's go.
Yeah. So,
By the way, listeners, don't do this.
Pace yourselves. Your subconscious needs rest.
And I promise you, you will be able to write later.
Take breaks for water.
Better.
right.
Take breaks for sleep.
Yeah, fair.
Don't feel guilty about playing video games or stuff like that, because you know what? your subconscious absorbs that information.
Absolutely. Breaks are important, guys. Take a shower.
Take a nap.
Take a nap in the shower.
Take care of yourselves. No, wait, we've gone too far.
Wait.
Reel it back, you guys.
So, Kat, did you remember to breathe there?
I breathed in deeply the water.
Barely breathing.
Alright, guys. I actually really like this story. And for once, we have kid protagonists. We never have kid protagonists.
Right.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well,
And there's clearly, like, so much to talk about with them.
yeah. So,
So do we want to play?
are we ready?
We always do a game. What game do we want to play?
I believe the traditional one for Wheel of Tropes is 12th Night or As You Like It, the title game.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Bird Brained is good.
God damn it.
So, Kat, there's cats.
The
Yep.
taking
damn it.
what I was going to say. Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure it's not insulting, though. Is that, like, technically... kind of like it, though. But it doesn't bring in any of the magic, guys.
I'm going to go with Birds of a Feather.
Oh.
Oh.
And that's very YA. Mm-hmm. How...
I like how I'm done.
Yep.
You stole all of ours with one swoop.
Yes, I did. No regrets. One regret.
The flight of...
Ooh.
Uh,
Is this a comedy, guys?
I think it have comedic elements, but I think it's almost like modern fantasy thriller. Urban fantasy, almost.
Suburban fantasy.
Suburban fantasy,
Yeah.
there we go.
so,
But like, and after this, I could see these characters going on more adventures.
Oh, absolutely. Once you have a team together.
so we're talking bad blood levels?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we already have Birds of a Feather. We already have Bird Brained.
I'm thinking of the flight of
Flight of the Conchords.
the flight of probably the protagonist name.
Well, what if, are they gonna form like a team name?
Ooh.
Of course.
Like, what's their group name?
Group 2.
The A+ Losers.
What was that?
Flight of the A+ Losers is a pretty good YA name.
Oh yeah.
And makes for a good makes for a good movie title.
Or book series.
Ooh.
Yep.
The A+ Loser series.
Yep.
Yes. Now I made up A+ Losers because it has the academic alpha and of course all the new money kids.
Yep. And
Nobody expects much from them.
and I'm just going to keep the flight in there for the pun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Flight of the A+ Losers is a great title, actually.
Yeah.
It gets the YA in there, it gets some humor, it gets the name of their group, it gets a subtle hint about birds.
And it's a double.
And how important they are.
It's a double entendre about people going missing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And it's also got Flight Beginning. It's the beginning of the group.
So
They're taken off.
Flight of the A+ Losers, that leaves you, Bren.
Damn it. I don't have much there's not much I can go on now. Ornithology.
A beginner's guide to owner.
Ornithology and you.
The beginner's guide to ornithology.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Alex's best.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, Kat,
Damn his eyes.
Yeah.
Kat, you were the one who made it from decent to golden. So
Aw, thank you. When I definitely write it, I actually think I would definitely keep that title.
all right.
Like, sometimes we come up with titles and it's like, meh.
Yeah, I mean, that's what working titles are for.
Indeed.
It's the header of your Google Doc.
For me, working titles are often whatever phrase I need to get me back into the feeling of the story, not necessarily what it's going to end up being. So I have a working title right now that, again, that Water Witch story, where I know that's not going to be my title, but every time I see that title, I get back into the zone. Just because it's the right kind of vibe. And that's another use, you know?
Yeah.
And if the vibe you want is Untitled 375, that's fine too. Like, whatever.
Yeah. Follow your bliss.
Follow your bird.
And then somehow making out.
Feelings are stupid. Kissing is awesome. The
well,
book.
that's what happens in book 2 or 3.
Yes. Oh, book 2. Come now.
That's fair.
Book 3 is when they have to deal with going off to different colleges.
Oof.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
But they know how to fly now. They learned how to fly, so they
They
can.
just got
book
their
2.
shit together.
Mm-hmm.
But But you know what? They're going to come across stronger in the end.
That's right.
Especially because our bird protagonist eventually just transfers schools to be closer.
Aww.
I mean, yes.
Though in real life, be careful if you're going to do that.
Actually, I don't think the bird protagonist does it. I think the academic alpha does.
Oh, because she learns that Ivy Leagues are not all they're cracked up to be.
She's not happy there.
Yeah.
She's in, it's uber stressful. She's with a bunch of people who are like how she used to be. And who she still wants to be like that, but she needs to accept that she's happiest in this other way.
Yeah. Well, she wants to be like that, but not around other people like that.
Yeah. So really, it's not about going back to the other person. It's about finding herself.
Yes.
that could be a major theme.
See? Oh my god. And meanwhile, he's having his own problems. I don't know. He's working in the dining hall and is, realizing that maybe there's a demon in the fryer.
It's more likely than you think.
There's a demon in the fryer, and anybody who eats something from that particular fryer gets added to the... Again, it's another group magic thing. Gets added to a prayer wheel. You know those work?
Oh.
Yeah, so with each additional person who eats, a chicken nugget from that fryer, then their psychic energy, because they're depressed because it's freshman year.
Yeah.
Nah.
Their psychic energy gets added to the great swirling miasma that is underneath the registrar's office.
So would you be calling the book The Freshman 15?
Oh.
Yes. So he's trying to deal with that, but also trying to deal with, this long distance relationship.
Oh, and he's always calling the alpha for advice and help about this demon thing.
Yes, and she's so I can't deal with it.
But always notices that after kind of consulting on this random occult bullshit, always has a smile on her face. Wait,
yes,
what?
because of course they're zooming, because this is, these are zoomers.
Modern day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
None of this phone business.
No.
Phones, ew.
Fuck phones.
Yeah.
So,
oh my god, and then we could have all the fun of text messages, which I actually really love in stories.
Yeah.
I like them as chapter headers.
Oh my god, yes. You mean at the top of chapters, a brief conversation in text?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Of course.
Love it.
nice.
I personally love playing around with the names of group chats.
Yeah, I noticed that, Pippin.
Thank you for using the term I coined.
Listen, a lot of things came together. I was brave enough to step forward and rename the group chat. I have an annoying habit of being the one who names every group chat I'm a part of.
I feel like it's a mistake to agree to that.
I'm pretty certain I was the one who named the group chat at a Dungeon Action Committee.
To be fair, that one was before I got there.
I have named group chats that I start.
Whenever I notice that there isn't a name for a group chat, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, wait, which group is this? I'm like, no, this needs a name. And then I'll just name it, and people can just fucking deal.
So are we,
All right,
are we all wrapped up on
Flight of the A+ losers?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think we are. In which case, guys, you know what that means.
Well, I do know that I'll be plugging a show sometime in July online. So
Nice.
After this episode comes out, I'll have more firm details in hand on Twitter or whatever.
Ooh. What's the name of your improv group?
Select Start.
Nice. I don't currently have anything. I just have that short story, but I do have something that is coming out in September. I'll give more information when I'm allowed to.
Huzzah!
Woo!
I don't have anything coming out.
I plan to order out dinner tonight. I'm gonna plug that in.
That's a great plug, Pip.
Yeah.
Good job. What kind of food is it?
I haven't decided yet.
Wow, so you cannot even
Well,
plug
why
the
are you
restaurant.
even
Wow.
No.
Wow.
rude?
Alright, well then, guys, as always, if you have an idea or prompt to submit, head on over to nostorysacred.com/submission. Follow us on Twitter at nostorysacred or send an email through contact@nostorysacred.com. Your hosts have been Alex McDonald, Brendan McDonald, Pippin McDonald, and Catherine Creighton. Editing for this show done by Brendan. Transcript done by Ashley DaCosta. Art by Jay Wolf. Show notes and transcript are available at nostorysacred.com. Thanks for listening, everyone, and please rate, review, and subscribe to No Story is Sacred. You can also visit our Patreon page to support the show and get neat rewards at patreon.com/nostoryissacred. See you next time when we talk about the 2001 movie Kate and Leopold.
Woo!
I've never seen this.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Oh man, I hope it's not another What a Girl Wants situation.
Wants. Here's hoping. Although, you know what? That's still really good. Until then, we're No Story is Sacred, and any story can be changed. I'm Kat.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Pippin.
And I'm Alex.
And we're
No Story is Sacred.
Sacred.